I found a birthday card in my husband's suitcase. What is revealed destroyed my marriage. Before I start, I want you to imagine something. Imagine being married for 8 years, trusting someone with your entire life, and then discovering that your husband has been living a completely different life the whole time. Not an affair, not a short life, an entirely different family. My name is Lucky Walker, and this is the story of how one small birthday card destroyed my marriage. And trust me, it gets worse. I am 35 years old, and I live in a quiet town called Bricktown Hills. It is kind of place where life moves slowly. People greet each other at grocery stores, neighborhoods when you drive past, and nothing dramatic ever seems to happen. For 8 years, I believed I had a normal life. I was married to my husband, Patrick Walker, who was now 39, who met at a mutual friend party, and from the beginning he seems perfect. He was funny, clever, responsible, and the kind of man who made you feel safe. We got married 2 years after we met, and for a while that felt good. Patrick and I want children. We talk about it all the time. During the first 2 years of our marriage, we tried everything doctor visit, tests, appointments, treatment, one woman. We hope for good news. Every month we were disappointed. Eventually, the doctor told us it might not happen. That conversation changed something between us. We tried to say positive, but slowly the topic disappeared. We stopped talking about children. We stopped asking questions. We just focused on our life together. At least that's what I thought we were doing. Patrick worked for a consulting company and his job required constant travel. Almost every week he was gone 3 or 4 days. Usually I left Monday morning and came back Friday evening. Sometimes we even left Sunday night. Whenever I asked about it, he always gave the same answer. The company needs me in a different cities, and I believed him because when you marry someone, you do not question everything they say. You trust them. You believe the life you are building together in real. But one afternoon, something small happened, something so simple that most people would not think twice about it. And that when everything started to fall apart, it was Monday afternoon. Patrick had come back for a work trip early that day, and I was doing laundry in our bedroom. His suitcase was still sitting on the bed, half open. I picked it up to move it closer to the closest, and that when a small card slipped out and fell into the floor. At first, I did think everything of it, but when I looked down, I saw the word on the front, Happy Birthday, Daddy. My heart stopped. Patrick and I did not have children. For a moment, I just stared at the card on the floor. Maybe it belonged to someone else. Maybe it was joke. Maybe a coworker kid gave it to him. That's what I told myself. But something felt wrong, so I picked it up and I opened. Inside was a message written in colorful markers. It looked like a card handwriting. It said, Love you so much. Thank you for coming to my school play. Love Noah and Lily, two names. to children, not mine. I sat down on the floor holding that cards. My mind kept repeating one sentence from the message. Thank you for coming to my school play. Last week I had asked Patrick if we could go out for dinner. He told me he could not. He said he had important meeting that night. But no, I could stop. One thing was that meeting actually a school play. That night I could not sleep. Patrick was lying next to me, sleeping, peaceful, like nothing in the world was wrong. I kept staring at him in the dark, and for the first time in lecture, I wondered if I really knew the man I married. Next morning, something strange happened. The cat was gone. I searched the suitcase again. Our pocket have a zipper, nothing. Packet had taken it. With my one thing, we know a cat could explore something, and he did not want me to find it. That when I realized the test might be much older than I imagined. But before comforting him, I needed proof, so I did something simple. I searched the names online. I don't know how I learned to the Google thousands of results appeared. Then I tried something different. I said no Hawalkar and that one I found it a family photo on Facebook. In the photo, Patrick was standing beside a woman. In front of them were two children, a boy around 7, a girl about 5. When he started pointing, he zoomed in on the picture. Some hedges, some shoes, same jacket I bought him for Christmas. Advised him that woman next to him must take it into the photo. Her name was Clara Bennett. Her profile was public. What I saw was next when my stomach dropped. Her profile said married, two children, lives in Lakewood cities, 2 hands away. And then I saw something that made everything worse. He had been married for 8 years. The same as me, my hands were shaking, and when I dialed the phone number, listened on her, a woman answered hello. I took a deep breath and said something that sounds crazy even now. My name is Lucky, and I think we might be married to the same man. First we laughed, then I told her my husband name. Patrick Walker. I went quiet. I asked one question after another. Does he travel for work? Does he come home on Fridays? Does he leave Monday morning? Each time the answer was finally I said something that made the truth impossible to ignore. He spends Tuesday or Thursday with you. There was a long silence. Then he whispered, "Oh my God." The next day, we met at a cafe in photos. Different dress, some calm. Patrick married her first. Then 10 months later, he married me. For 8 years, he lived two completely separate lives. That night, we waited in my living room. At exactly 7 p.m., Patrick walked through the door. The moment he saw Clara sitting there, his face turned pale. He looked at her, then at me, and in that moment, I knew the rest was over. His lies were finished. The recoveries took months. Both marriages ended. Patrick lost both families, and the children eventually learned the truth. Pet biggest lesson I learned for all of this something I never expected. Betrayal is not always loud. Sometimes betrayal is quiet. Sometimes it looked like a man coming home from a business trip, kissing you on the forehead and asking what for dinner while another family is waiting for him somewhere else. So if you made it for this, I want to ask you something. What would you do if you discovered your partner had another secret families? Let me know in the comment. And if you want to have more real stories like this, do not forget to like these stories, videos, and subscribe.